It's start time with the Star Roddy Rod.
Welcome to Star Time Live. So today we got Trey Bump on the live. Let's get it. Trey, what's going on?
What's up, bro? How you doing, man?
Doing great. I'm doing great. So welcome to Star Time Live, man. Glad to have you on here.
Appreciate you, bro. Yeah.
So tell them exactly about yourself and what do you do?
I have a lot of hats. A&R for GYDO, part-time streamer, Fresh Zone TV series. Then I got my publicist gig, 20 plus clients, ranging from artists, podcasters, comedians. Got an ink parlor out in New Jersey.
Wow.
And then, I got a part-time gig.
All right. So you do A&R, right?
Yeah.
So what exactly do you look for these days in today's world when it comes to music talent?
I'm past that stage. I kind of already need you to have like a buzz already. Kind of understanding what you do as far as your music artistry, understanding your lane, and where I'm at now. I just kind of come in and put a different rapper on your product so it shine a little different, or brings a different audience, and like. I try to find artists that are already buzzing. It takes too much time to
build one up from scratch.
Yeah, and like people that take your advice and whatnot. It's easier to find an artist that's already doing it. Because it comes with a fee. So. Yeah.
So so when you do that, the person gotta have like they YouTube up, they gotta have videos, they gotta have like a big following.
I wouldn't really say a big following. For instance, let's say I was on the phone with T Vibes. I've been working with him for like less than 3 weeks, and I don't know if you understand the analytic part of it, but since I've been working with him, he's been up like 20,000%.
Wow.
He started off at like 3 monthly listeners. Now he's at 1,200. When I see that kind of spike, that tells me all right, his music is already running through my system. People are gravitating to it. All you gotta do is click it, push it a little bit. I don't really look for too much. You don't really have to have a crazy following. You just gotta know what you're doing musically. Understand why you're doing it, and it gotta sound good.
What if they do have a couple of joints? And they could go to a concert and get it popping,
If they can go to what and get it popping? A concert?
Go to a concert and get the concert popping with their joints that they have. That'll impress you as an A&R, right?
I mean, yeah. Yes and no. What impresses me more is transparency. If I have that transparency with my client, then man, you can have all the fans in the world, and you don't know how to take advice. Probably not gonna work. And I'm not gonna say I'm the smartest motherfucker in the world.
Right.
But, yeah, man. That's the only thing. That's the first and foremost thing I look for is transparency. If we can have that, man, we'll be successful. I mean, I'll help you even things out, and then you'll start cashing out. Like,
Wow. So what have you? So you say you work with podcasters too. What exactly you do with in the podcast community? You have
you know,
podcasters under you?
I have one that I particularly manage, and I have one that's in the comment. I kind of just do like PR work, handling schedules, um, day-to-day check-in, stuff like that. It all depends on what the client needs, and that's broad to each person that's under my PR. Like some people might use my PR 40% because they actually are already doing concerts or shows or stuff like that. So they only need me for a particular reason. Then there are people that use me 120%, but I'm still an as of service. So it all depends on what the client wants and what I'm capable of giving.
Got it. Got it. Got it. So what are some of the clients that you work with now? You work with anybody that's like famous or really jumping in the
I
scene?
mean, everybody's a star in my
Independent.
opinion. Um, I like to find, if you look at all my clients, you would see like I see why he's working with them, but I pick them out because they're already a star. It's just that they just need a different rapper. I can offer them some advice to do things different. And then everybody's in correlation of like, if I have to go back.
So I got a question. What if you have somebody on your roster and they needed that push or they needed to branch out into like the movie lane, the commercial lane, something as in that aspect? You help them out in that aspect as well?
I mean, yes. I mean, that's part of what my PR is. Like, my PR is like a little bit of management, a little bit of advertising, a little bit of marketing.
Yeah.
Now, for the artists that I actually manage, like, obviously they would, if I'm slicing a pie down, they would get at least 15% more of what I do for my PR clients because I actually manage them. But as far as collectively with my PR clients, everybody's treated equally. Like, everybody still gets the same.
That's what's up. That's what's up. So do you feel like today's music climate, people need a label? People don't really need a label backing them, right? You just feel like anybody could really pop independent, or how do you feel when it comes to that?
But I'll be the first one to tell you that you can't do it by yourself. People I work for and who I'm connected with, like, it would probably take me 10 years to understand the knowledge that I understand now. Whereas working with them, I've fast-tracked 5 years. That makes sense? Like,
Yeah.
based on connections and valuing personal relationships. So I wouldn't actually say like you need a label. You just have to understand the format of what you want. Like, some people want a label. Some people just want a label for distributing. Some people want to take that full grind and do it independent. It all depends on your trajectory, like how you want to go about the means of your life when it comes to the music.
Yeah, I understand that part. Like, I understand that there's a lot of people they try to do everything themselves, music, but the only thing they need is like the engineers and the people that shoot the video for them. But then they try to do everything like book concerts and what else by themselves.
Well, yeah, I mean, streaming. You can say streaming and us as fans of music are at fault of that mentality of everybody that's coming up in music wants to go that independent route because
Yeah,
of streaming, but they're not understanding the necessary monetary losses that one is going to come in counter with because they don't understand, like how to properly put their advertising dollars or who to pay to do what, or if I
that
pay this
too.
person, are they going to actually do it? Now, if you have a label or somebody that's distributing your music, you kind of know, like, all right, they're doing this, they know they got. So, um, I like to work with the artists that understand, like, they can't do it themselves, but also doing it with people that are in line with their vision or how they want their outcome to be.
Got it, got it.
And it's a fickle game, bro. Uh, it's 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 very predatory, but there are people out there like me. So,
But everybody's not trustworthy, and everybody don't do right by people.
nope.
There's somebody I know. They said they had a music video filmed, and they paid the person. They never got the music video. The person went ghost. You hear
I
stories
mean,
like that
well,
all the time. Like people do stuff for you. You don't get the finished product. They run
a lot of
away.
uh, um, hmm, I don't really want to say a lot of our people, but let's just say a lot of people, lack of theory, was go about business backwards. Like, you know, I'm almost certain that wouldn't happen if there was a contract. You can see people, make a contract of what you want, how you want it. Like, we're in 2006, 2026. Like, why are people using contracts?
I know, right?
Now, I say that in that sense, but if
I
you had
mean,
asked me how
if somebody's shooting or recording a record for you, they feel like it's just business. You don't really need a contract. You're doing work with them. You know that you're putting out a product. They're just there to help you finish. You understand? That's how a lot of people think when it comes to that. It's in that concern.
yeah, but if you're all right, so with my service, not service, how I conduct with my clients, like I don't have a contract, and that's because of like how I built my PR. It's like everybody is from somebody. Like somebody told me this and this and this. Like everybody has a tree and branch, so everybody knows how I already work.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
But if I was an artist and I was given somebody my final piece of project, my art, I kind of would like a contract stimulated with that. Like,
Right, because you could be recording with somebody in the studio for like a month, and then all of a sudden you don't hear from them. They go ghosts for some reason, or they rob you. So yeah, I understand that.
but that's part of the game, bro. That's part of life. That's
Yeah,
it's
that's
like
also
saying,
part. But it's like a flip of a coin too, because you're trusting that engineer, right?
yeah.
It's crazy. So what is your five favorite albums in your opinion?
Mm, I would say my 5 favorite go-to albums.
Yeah, your opinion doesn't
All
matter.
right, so, and this is not like in no top 5 order. I'm just throwing a 5 out. So
Okay,
it would
no
have to
problem.
be Reasonable Doubt,
That's a good one.
So Far Gone, To Pimp a Butterfly.
Ooh,
Um, Damn, I'm trying to think of some. It's kind of hard.
Oh man. At least I thought actually for 5. If
I know,
it was like 10, you'd
cause,
be
cause,
like,
cause,
damn.
cause like, cause I go. I'm like a single guy. Like right now, like I'm listening to Concrete Boys a lot. Like it's my favorite song right now. I Want to Be a Millionaire. Right now, I'm listening to all my Drake favorites. Um, all right. So I would say Music Soul Child's Just Listen. I think that's what the album is called.
Just listen.
Um,
Okay.
Man, and it'd probably be another Hove joint, or a Drake joint, or a Kendrick joint. I don't know. Like I'm not really. I'm impressed with the new music as far as who I represent, and a select few that I do find and highlight. But just as a broad, I'm always finding myself listening to old music.
Well, today I was listening to Get Rich or Die Trying.
Yeah, that's a classic, bro. That was very monumental for for what I was doing at the time. Yeah. 50 Cent got his own rep in the game, own status. He solidified a lot.
Man, I remember during that time he was just running the mixtape, G Unit Clothing.
Yeah.
Like he knew how to like capitalize at that point. And then it's like all his artists was coming out at the same time, so they ran 106, they ran the radio.
You got Dr. Dre and Eminem behind you. You got two freaks of nature behind you. How are you not going to win? It's kind of hard, right? That would be. Now, just imagine if
it's on you after that. It's on you. Like you must up the bag after that.
Imagine if he didn't make it though. Like this, like how can you not make it when you got two freaks of nature behind you? Something magical gonna happen.
But he's also a genius because he also figured.
Oh yeah, I ain't taking nothing from what he.
Because he made everything he did work.
Mm-hmm. I'm just saying it's kind of hard when you got fucking Michael Jordan and Allen Iverson on the same team. Like, odds are you gonna win. It don't matter who the 2 and 3 man. I mean, the 3 and 4 man still going to be prolific, but you got those two people on the team. You know you're gonna win.
Were you a fan of Bad Boy Records when it was up and popping?
I can't. I would say yes and no. Like, that's not like. I do have like one vague, and I'm not gonna really say it's vague, but I have one memory of my childhood of kind of surrounding. What was it? The All About the Benjamins remix.
Yeah,
I think it was like I want to say the rock alternative version, like.
Yeah, they had the rock version.
Spliced at the end.
Yeah.
Yeah. I remember my mom called me home from school so we could watch the premiere of it. Like, that's the only, like, visual memory that I can really think about caring about Bad Boys. It's not like they weren't around. It's not like I didn't hear the music or Harlem Shake and shit or what the fuck. You know what I mean? Like, but I think really at that time I was probably I think I was just really listening to like Jewels and like.
I got it.
I don't know. I can't really remember what I was listening to at that time. I think I was still being influenced of like who I was around. It wasn't, you know what I mean? Like 13, gotcha. 14 is when I really started listening to like Reasonable Doubt and like my own choice of music.
So back to music. What do you think that like upcoming independent artists, like let's say they draw out like 5 singles and just put music videos behind them?
I think that don't sound smart at all for a lot of reasons. So you said an up and coming artist, right?
Yes, I'm not talking about somebody that got signed yet.
All right, yeah. So you're not using your money right. We're using what, a free platform right now to go live. So
On my phone. Yeah,
yeah, we're using a free platform to go live right now, right?
yeah.
So why would you put a budget on a $1,500 video just to put it on YouTube when you can pretty much make your own video and use the free content, and then use only a third of that budget, $300 on ads and shit? Like, yeah, that don't sound smart to me. Like, you should be building your fan base up first. Like,
I mean, I know a lot of independent artists that's upcoming. They just feel like if a song is hot, they want to just throw a video behind it right away, even if it's just them filming around their area, riding around in cars.
I mean, people.
And they want to film multiple videos.
I never understood the business until I started working in it. I had a different perception of a fan's look than a person that's actually working in it. So no, I don't think that's it. Like, you should be working on a fan base now. If you're like attached to a label and all that, yeah.
I mean, I believe you'll just do. I believe you should just do that one song who's the hottest, and then just push that song until you get like signed or get a backing. That's how I see it though. But everybody works different.
Yeah, I mean, like,
and then if you and a partner have a song together, but that's also a buzz, you do that like 5 months later. That's it.
You can like where the fuck put that shit? There's a lot of approaches to that. Like, that's I want to say old school approach, but I would say like that's like a down south approach. Like, you push a single till that shit falls off, or till the wheels fall off.
Of course.
Right? But we're in a digital days, and yes, you can still do that, right? Like, we have big acts that actually do that. Like, one of my favorite artists, Tyler Creator. That's who I left out. He does that. Like, so like that nigga might take 2 or 3 years, and he's still repurposing the same album.
That is true.
I just think it all depends on the individual. I always like working with.
But he's already an artist.
Yeah. I'm just saying, like, there's examples of that, right? But then there are examples of like there are examples that people do, like, take. I can just say that, like, take the ladder and not the elevator. Kind of like, all right. And even taking an elevator is cool too, but I don't know, just like how I go about things, because I'm 39. I have an old school approach to a lot of the things that I do and how I conduct my clients' visions and whatnot. So I always kind of like to take the steps. Like, all right, take the steps. All right, let's read this. Let's understand this. What's this mean? All right, boom, boom, boom. All right, now go to the next step. Boom, 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 boom. Like, and I mean, you can do all that. Like, I guess you could say Ice Spice. Like, I knew she had a track record before, but it only took one song. You know what I mean? Like, versus to like, I don't have an example to rebut that. But yeah,
Well,
it's just like just a lot of.
Nicki Minaj was doing mixtapes way before she got signed.
Oh yeah, okay, yeah. Oh yeah, you can
People
say
knew
that
about
kind
her
of
a
like.
couple years before she even did her first joint with Wayne and
Yeah, you can say the same thing with Meek Mills. Okay, yeah, if I look at it like that, yeah, like like there's different ways to
But
and
what I
approaches
also
to it.
noticed is that like artists got to prove themselves. So like a lot of artists would be a writer on a label for years, or do like features. Like Carl Thomas was on Bad Boy way before he did his album. He was on Been Around the World remix. I was like, oh shoot, this guy been around just sitting.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, he was on Been Around the World remix. That was like 90, 97, 98.
What were you saying though? You knew a lot of artists that what?
No, that's up and coming. So I was just telling you that I just look at how they run their stuff. You know.
Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, to close that part, like you can't do it by yourself. I recommend like finding outside people that do this shit professionally. Like I was talking to T Vibes, like he's from Ohio. I'm from PA. I mean, I've done more for him than what his circle. I don't want to say his circle, but let's say the localness of it has done for him. Like find people that actually do this shit. I ain't gonna say full time, but do it professionally. You know what I mean? Instead of
Because they're gonna have your back and they're gonna have your best interest, right?
that, not just that is more of a level of professionalism, and like I will only hire my mom if she had the credentials. I'm not
Got
hiring my
it.
mom because she's my
Yeah.
mom. You know what I mean? Like I'm not hiring my cousin because I fucks with him. I'm hiring my cousin because he has the talent and drive, and he did this before, or he's going to school for it, or he has a set plan in front of me to do it. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, so that's all I would say. Like, I mean, find a team, find faithful people that see your vision.
Got it. What do you think about the talent on the radio today versus back then?
The radio?
Yeah.
I don't know the last time I listened to the radio for music.
You say you don't too?
Bro, I don't know the last time. I'm being serious. I don't listen to radio. Like, if I get in my car, I'm hooking it up and I'm putting in my Spotify or whatever download music I might have. But yeah, I don't know the last time. Now I can twist your question and make it like you want to say like the new version of music versus the
You can say that as
old.
well, yeah.
It's turning around. As we are universally with a lot of things, but music is turning around with that. You see that in the reflections of the battle. People, and I ain't saying calling people out, but actually shining light on darkness.
Yeah.
A lot of things are coming out, so music's going to change with that. But I can't say that it sucked because I find new music all the time. So even though you got the shoot 'em up, bang bang, I know what I'm listening to or what I'm intaking. So, and that's all on the fans. Like, if you want to be programmed, sure, go ahead. But there is good music out there. You just gotta look for the shit. I don't know where the lighter was at. I was looking for it.
Yeah. That is true. You do gotta look for it because definitely it's
Yeah,
not what the radio is pushing or the labels are pushing.
yeah, and that's exactly why I highlight the artists I do. Like, yeah, yeah. Taking my sign and giving it to, what I mean, the people that deserve it.
What do you think of artists using payola to get by on the radio?
Say it again.
What do you think of artists using payola?
That's like saying, what does a hustler think about paying off the cops? Or that's like saying, what I look like paying off my delivery driver that delivers my donuts every day promptly with not one fucked up. Every wheel will get greased. You know what I mean? I don't know I don't know how to say that. Like, every wheel gets greased, bro.
I mean, I feel like it's just basically the artist is just paying to be all over our face and stuff because it's like you
Well,
you paying to get more popular in your area, your general area.
isn't that what an artist will hire me for?
Maybe, right? But then I'm not. But at the same time, Hot 97 plays your song 20 times a day, so I get it. Everybody wants to be on Hot 97, but this,
I mean, you're from New York, so
yeah,
answer that question honestly.
yeah,
What you know of music right now,
yeah.
do you think people still want to be on Hot 97 as an up and coming artist?
They do because Hot 97 or Power 105 because once you get heard on there, you get better buzz and more people know your song if you get played in rotation. Even if your song is played rotation all the time, people know your song and you just opened your eyes to a broader audience, which is what it's supposed to do anyway, right?
All right, so why aren't there lines at the radio station for up and coming artists to follow this process?
That I don't even know. Like, I don't even know
For the
why.
same reason I told you.
Mm.
When we hop in our car, what are we doing? Hooking up our phone, and
That is
we
true.
are attaching our favorite streaming app, Apple, Spotify, Pandora, Deezer,
Well,
Amazon.
that's because lately the climate has changed where you can do that. But then I can't say that because back in the day we had CDs. I would get in the car and you could just pop in a CD. So music was already optional back then too. The radio's optional. A small percentage of people
It's-
are listening to the radio still in today's time.
Yeah, it's just not. All right, it's just not bundled. The focal point isn't music, so the focal point is the focal point will be podcast, live streaming, and then music will be intersected in between each one. That is how music is being consumed on a radio standpoint today. So you can use Breakfast Club as an example. I believe it's every Friday. Her name is Nyla, right? And they have a DJ segment, but it's a podcast format. And she comes on there and she introduces new music. Now, she is a dope DJ. She's a very dope what she does. She has a good
I
name,
mean,
but that's how they introduce music. So you see a lot of podcasts that are on radio or radio kind of use that same format.
got it.
People aren't really coming to a radio station. There we go. To hear music. They're really coming probably to hear a podcast or somebody's commentary, but music is being intersected in there.
Yeah, the times have changed with the radios. I understand that. Like we don't go to the average person don't go to the radio to hear new stuff. They may open up their social media, and if their favorite artist is putting out a new video, they'll see it in their story or their page.
Yeah.
And that's how we get. I just say times are changing with it too, so I get that.
Yeah, but you can't think like a. You shouldn't think like a dinosaur and feel like one about it, because everything changes.
We do have to adapt with the times.
Everything is going to come to the. This we want to say like it's feel like the brink of extinction, but then there's a spark and then there's a revolution or a renaissance. Yeah. And that's where like I see us coming with the music. Like people are sick of that bullshit. We want something with content. We want something with purpose. We want to feel good. We want a message. You know what I mean? Like, so I think we're about to get a heavy dose of that.
All right. As you know, that a lot of artists right now, you know, they discuss that, you know, Spotify and streaming don't pay. So like music itself isn't selling.
All right, so like I was streaming last night and there was this streamer. He's on the top 1% on Twitch, but he was using his platform to, you want to say, disenfranchise and talk shit about somebody instead of using his platform as top 1% to tell why streaming is down. And like I said, it is up to us as artists or community in this industry to find out why there isn't, or the streaming is low. I don't even know if artists knew what we're in April.
Yeah.
And I have to double check myself because I don't know if it was even passed, but there was a bill going around in January that I was trying to push for artists just to sign it, and then it'll send it to your local governor so they can raise Spotify's to, I think it was maybe 25 cents or 35 cents a stream.
Wow.
But, no, like I said, like artists just jump in and shit thinking they don't do no fucking research. It's like quite pathetic, but at the same token, they expect you not to do the research. They expect you just to jump in here, jump right off the porch, so blind, deaf, and dumb. When 20 years come around, you're fucking broke. Meanwhile, you to instill money in this generation and in the next generation. So, like, man, do the research. I hate when people complain when they don't do no research.
Yeah.
It don't make no sense to me, bro. Like, and me and my homie Steve, was kind of like sadly laughing about it because we knew that this wasn't going to get passed because it only needed like a couple thousand artists. You know how there's like 90 million fucking artists on Spotify.
Yeah.
This thing only needed a couple thousand signatures, and I bet you it didn't get passed. I'm gonna double check.
Wow. So right now I'm realizing that, you know, a lot of big artists, they're just touring, and that's how they're able to like capitalize on their income at the moment. Or a small artist is opening for a big tour. I mean, it's great exposure, but like, what do you think of these legends coming on tour and, you know, charging expensive prices and whatnot? How do you feel about that?
Is it before I ask you this question? Are you like in this industry? Do you like manage artists, rep artists, do anything with artists, something like that?
No, I used to be a singer in a group, but I don't do no I don't do nothing with music right now. I used to be, so I just enjoy everything about
Okay.
music still.
All right. So I ask, why is it that an artist thinks that their music is going to get them rich?
Hmm.
I'm always being told that to become a millionaire, you need 10 to 12 streams of income.
Yeah, that's why I
So I
realized.
use that analogy, like, why does an artist think that just their music, just their music is now? It all depends on how you want your life to be suitable.
Mhm.
Like I know a super phenomenal Jay Pitts. In my opinion, he's one of the top indie artists,
Mhm.
but he's not really indie. He got like 300 monthly K, like crazy numbers. But how I see his lane, he's comfortable with that. Or I'm not gonna say he's comfortable because I don't know. I can't say that personally, but there is a lane just for that. You know what I mean? Like, so it all depends on what the artist wants. Like, they want to be, what's their living, how they want their life to be.
I understand that. Yeah, I mean, we all see it. We Nobody's gonna get rich off of just music, and people aren't only doing music these days. They have entrepreneurships and business deals.
So yeah, I don't knock it. I think
But a lot of these people right now, they're only coming out with tours now. Like I think New Edition tours every single year.
I mean, and it's probably going to be every single year. Uh, I, I think we do that as a culture, and I think that we do that great as a culture. The celebration of the people we want to celebrate, and if it continues to be over and over, it's going to be over and over. Like I don't see any fault in that. Especially since there is like no, we'll be at 50 years of fucking hip hop in the essence
Yeah,
of it, and there's no like security blanket. So who am I to knock them for having a sliver of a security blanket every year through our community? You know what I mean? Like, because there is
and
no
then
security blanket.
and then you see Chris Brown going on tour every year.
Oh, I see him doing. I think it was I seen something with him and Usher.
Yeah, they have a tour coming out that yeah for the summer. Them prices, them prices aren't no joke. They said.
Yeah, I mean, like, their price is their price. Like, my price is my price. Your price is your price. Like, um, I learned you can't put a price, or you shouldn't talk about a price when it deals with paying a million. Like, we're talking about Usher and Chris Brown.
Together.
Yeah, there's a lot of paying a million around that. And I think the ticket prices are going to be whatever the fuck they want to be. You know what I mean? Like, uh,
I mean,
people
Kendrick
have
and
it to
SZA
buy it.
tour wasn't that high, but I get it.
Yeah, it's this one artist. He's one of my favorite artists. E.M. Triplin. He is originally from PA. You want to say like the Youngstown area, right? Now,
Yeah,
aside from his music being futuristic and a little bit ahead of his times, kind of like, oh, well, no, no comparison. Anyway, but when he did one concert, right, it was a weekend concert which was free. You can get in there for free. All that he asked for you to do was stream the music that he was performing. And I never seen nobody do that. And I was like, man, that's so ingenious. You're getting your money back.
Yeah, bro.
And he sold the fuck out. Look up EM Triplin. Bro, fire. So you got people like J. Cole and JID that kind of do like situations like that too. But hey, if there's a demand, people gonna want it. You know,
Word.
Because I know my price is not going to be the same 3 years from now. So you know, I can't knock it.
I got you. Who do you think is the greatest artist of all time?
I can't do that one.
Damn.
I can do like lineages. So let's say like I could start with like LL Cool J, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because that was kind of like my first introduction, like I remember I had the white cassette tape. It was a 1987 I Need Love joint. Side A, Full Jaw. Side B, the instrumental. So you can talk about like his lineage. You can say like Ludacris. You can say like Dre. You start with like Rakim. You can say Jay-Z. Like I'm not going to say who's the greatest because there is no greatest because every tangible 10 years or something, something's going to change or the playing field might look different. The money going to look different. The opportunities, what you can do with the money, you know what I mean? So, nah, I could just tell you who I listen to, like who my favorites are. Like,
all right. I mean, I will always say Michael Jackson was the greatest of all time, no matter what. What he did, and the impact he still has to today, I will always say that.
Yeah, he has a lot of firsts, but so does Sammy Davis.
Right.
Like I said, there's just different eras where, and you have to keep this in mind too, of how much space and time they were willing to give us to gradually grow to where we were just kicking down the door. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So there's all steps. Everybody was great in their time. Like, I mean, we can just
during their time. Yeah. I feel like everybody has a period.
Yeah. Now, who was more significant to my life? I'm probably I'm gonna give you a couple sides. So I'll say Jay-Z, and then I had a backpack stage. So I would say like Coldplay and Blink-182. Like, but definitely like Jay-Z. Like that's that pretty much was what I was banging. I mean, and it was kind of like the blueprint. It's really the blueprint. Like what I was doing in the streets was kind of a reflection of what he was talking about. It's kind of how to moves and moves nots and how to move. Like I don't know. But when we see street music today, it's really like it is actually, if you want to say exactly what they see and what they're experiencing, but actually repeating that and having somebody else repeat it, I don't know. I mean, Ove wasn't telling me to go outside with a fucking switch and ride the block and light niggas up. I don't know. I mean, it's quite different. He probably was saying, push the lighters up, light a spliff, a lot. Like, you know what I mean? Like, nothing.
I'm not a huge hip hop fan, but I got great respect for Jay-Z. I listen to all his albums. Big fan. Huge fan. And then it's like the people who people in the generation after, they don't understand. They don't understand the big deal with him. But I'm like, it's one of those you had to be there type of thing, you know?
Yeah, I always tell people the '90s was the best year. Like, I don't care what nobody say. Like, if you didn't grow up in the '90s, like, I don't think life was just different. I don't know.
Life
Like,
was different, yeah.
uh,
So, do you listen to R&B? Are you a big fan of R&B?
yeah, yeah, yeah. I just said Music Soul Child.
Yeah, you did.
That's my favorite R&B male artist. Then I probably go Donnell Jones,
Donald Jones,
Avant.
baby. Okay.
Um, and I fuck with a lot of newer school. Like there's some fly new school joints. Um, this dude, he's on the Timberlands camp. K. Force.
I never heard
Like,
of him.
um, yeah. I'm an R&B. Yeah.
So, what are your favorite what do you think is the greatest R&B singers, male and female? Who'll take that title? And it's all your opinion, not right or wrong.
Now. The reason why I would kind of like comment answer this because vocalism is different than like
Huh?
even though rapping is you're still using a structure of your vocals, but singing and R&B vocalist is different. Like so, I have to look her name up. Hold on. Because her daughter is Maya Maya McDonald, chick from Saturday Night Live. Man, she sings that song. I just want to be free. Denise Williams. Yeah. That is
Okay.
the most angelic voice. That is like the first angelic voice that I heard. Like when I started experiencing music.
She can't be no Whitney Houston.
Well, I know she broke that stat of breaking a glass.
Oh,
and
really?
then the next person that did that was Mariah Carey.
Yeah, Mariah's up there too. I can say that.
I don't like her music, but I respect the talent.
Her talent, right?
I definitely like Alicia Keys. I like Mary J. Blige. I like Kalani. I like her. What's the chick that messes with not messes with fuck the bull from West Coast. Yeah, I like where I put it like this. I like where R&B's at right now. Like,
yeah,
as far as like, I love where R&B's at. Like, it should have been in the forefront like 5 years ago, in my opinion. Like,
I mean, for me, I'm still listening to 2000 R&B and 90s R&B more than today.
Oh man,
but that's yeah. If you could just send me some artists, I'll explore their stuff.
Yeah, man. Like,
I'm always open into exploring new music all the time.
Yeah, that's what I try to offer with my playlist, because it is a weekly changing playlist, and I try to incorporate like a couple, like, obviously no name artists, and then some old songs that kind of correlate with that, or like this would be the lineage from this artist, and then I'll make sure I throw some new shit in there from like people that people don't know. Just keep it like a little balanced. That way people are finding new music.
Okay. Um. So, for upcoming artists, what is something you could say for the encouragement? A lot of people that are coming up.
Don't quit. Do it for the right reasons.
Don't quit. Do it for the right reasons.
That's it. Like the don't quit part, because there's going to be days you just want to get a fuck up, and that day you give up, the next day you're gonna be like, I ain't want to do it no more. The next day it's kind of gonna be over. Like, persistence, bro. That's the only thing. That's 80% of what I do is like, don't not giving up. Like just being persistent.
Okay, okay. Well, it was great to chop it up with you, Trey.
Yes, sir.
No?
I appreciate it, bro.
So yeah, it was great chopping it up with you, about this topic, Tell people where they can find you on your social media.
I'm not even sure what it's called. Trey the Glue or the Glue Tray. Yeah, the Glue Tray at Gmail. I mean, the Glue Tray is the IG. TG playlist you can find on Spotify. Yeah, you can just see my clients that I promote. Check me out. Yeah.
All right. So yeah, man.
Yeah, bro.
So this is start time, and we are out of here. Have a good night.